Okay, so some classic direct proportion problems. Direct proportion. When we're using recipes to make food, okay, to bake cakes and that kind of thing, okay. So, you know, because basically, if you've got some ingredients to make a cake, then you know that amount of ingredients will make a certain amount for a certain amount of people. If you double the amount of people that you want to feed, you need to double the amount of the ingredients, okay? If you triple the amount of people you want to feed, you need to triple the amount of ingredients, okay? So let's just have a look at this question here. To make cake for 4 people, Alana needs 600 grams of flour, 200 grams of butter, and 400 grams of sugar. Find in its simplest form the ratio of flour to butter to sugar required to make this cake, okay? So flour to sugar to butter, well, that's simply going to be 600 to 200 to 400, and we can simplify this down to 6 to 2 to 4, which simplifies down even further, 3 to 1 to 2. And there's the answer. So the answer is 3 to 1 to 2. Okay? Now, how much flour, butter and sugar would Alana need for 8 people? Let's just clear some space here. 8 people. So what we know is that this 600 to 200 to 400 actually feeds 4 people. So using the unitary method, what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide each of these by 4, so I know how much I need for one person. So there would be 150, 50, and 100 would feed one person. Okay? So now how am I going to work out how to feed 8 people? I'm simply going to multiply each of those values by 8. So 150 times 8 equals, I need 1,200 flour. For butter, I need 50 times 8. 50 times 8 is 400. I need 400 grams of butter. And sugar, I need 100 times 8 is going to be 800. So I need 800 grams of sugar. And you see, because I've done this unitary method, all of them are easy. Well, how many for 2 people? It's going to be 300, 100, and 200. And how much for 5 people? Again, because I use the unitary method, it becomes really, really easy. So 150 times 5 equals 750. Okay, 50 times 5 is 250. And 100 times 5 is 500. Okay? Right, now Alana has 900 grams of flour and plenty of the other ingredients. How many people can she make the cake for? So what I know is I've got to look at 150 grams of flour is required for one person. One person. So how many people can I make for with 900 grams of flour? Well, let's do 900 divided by 150 is equal to 6. So what I've done to go from here to here, I've multiplied by 6. So that means 6 people can be fed with 900 grams of flour. Okay, and I've got plenty of the other ingredients, so it doesn't really matter. But I know that I would need 300 grams of butter, and I would need 600 grams of sugar, which is fine because I have plenty of them. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. You use the unitary method and it becomes really easy. Basically, how much for one thing? Okay, this is the unitary method in action. Unitary method. Okay, I hope that all makes sense. Let's have a look at this. Just check your understanding then. So cake mixture for 6 people is made up of 360 grams sugar, 300 grams of flour, 3 eggs, 4 tablespoons of water. How much flour is needed for 2 people? So you can, stop your video and answer the question. Should be very easy. We're looking at flour, so 300 grams of flour is enough for 6 people. Use the unitary method. It means one person requires 50 grams because I'm dividing by 6 on each side. Okay, and that means I can easily work out how much for 2 people because I will just simply multiply by 2. Multiply by 2. Okay, so the correct answer is 100 grams. Okay, what about this one? How much flour is needed for 12 people? So let's just go back and steal this information. 50 grams of flour is required for 1 person. Already worked out the unitary method. So all I need to do now is multiply both sides by 12. So I work out for 12 people. And so I will get 12 people. And 50 times 12 is 600. 600 grams. Okay, so the answer is A. Okay, what about this one? How much flour is needed for 10 people? Well, again, because we use that unitary method, it's very, very easy. So we're going to multiply by 10, multiply by 10. The answer is 500 grams will feed 10 people because it's all direct proportion. If I multiply one of the units by something, I have to multiply the other unit by the same thing. They're in direct proportion. Direct proportion. Okay. Right. Have a go at these questions here. Stop your video and have a go, and then I'll reveal the answers. Okay. So there's the ratio in its lowest form. Okay. For 1 person, we need 300 grams of flour, 50 grams of butter, 90 grams of sugar. Okay, seems that you've got the same answer there. Okay, and so there are the amounts of each ingredient that you need for differing amounts of people, 6, 5 and 12 people. Any problems with it, let me know. If you've got any wrong and you don't know why, just let me know. Okay, have a go at this one here. Stop your video, have a go. Okay, here we go. 7 people. And that's the answer to part C. Again, if you need any help with any of these questions, you're getting them wrong and you don't know why, please just ask. And last one. How many biscuits could he make? Stop the video and have a go. Okay, he can make 432 biscuits before he runs out of almonds. Okay, so almonds are the constraining ingredient in this recipe. Okay. Right, just have a look at this question here. A recipe for 20 chocolate cookies used these ingredients. 200 grams of chocolate, 250 grams of butter, 50 grams of flour. David wants to make 120 chocolate cookies. He has 2 kilograms of chocolate, 2.5 kilograms of butter, 1.5 kilograms of flour. He says the following. 2 kilograms is 10 lots of 200. Okay, so I have enough ingredients to make 10 lots of this recipe. So I can make 200 cookies. Not necessarily true. What mistake has been made? Okay, he has enough chocolate for 200 cookies, but he hasn't checked if he has enough of the other ingredients. He only has enough flour to make 60 cookies. So we can't make 200 cookies, okay? It seems that flour is the constraining ingredient for this recipe. So 60 cookies was the maximum he could make. Okay? Right, I'm going to stop.